Hey Legends, this is Magnus. It's just gonna start a video because I'm gonna be racing for a while. So, oh, new season is out. As I stated previously, and Zerg looks awesome, and I'm working on. Ooh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Now that I think about it, I probably should have been recording because just now I finally got Vanellope Von Sweets. I finally got the entire lineup for Wreck-It Ralph in the game. I finally got them all. So let me see. Okay, I may put this one on here. Let's see. Let's see. Huh. I didn't think she would be I didn't think she would be Vanellope's star golden crew member. Anyway. Okay, let's take a look at her suit options.
Ooh, cosmetics. I highly approve. You can say it. I'm adorable. I love it, I love it, I love it.
Her Royal Highness.
Ooh, cosmetics.
Which again, I need to ask. I'm like, sure, she's a president in the movie, but I'm like, why isn't Vanellope a certified Disney princess? Why isn't she brought up in the Disney princess lineup? I'd like an explanation. And I've also discovered this dream tone like look for all the cars, and I want them. I wanted to get those for more. Okay, let me see what these looking like. Okay, I think I know what the deluxe looks like, but before I do, okay, I guess I already unlocked these. I want this one. Plates. Okay. Oh man, I thought okay, it looks like her car, but I thought they were gonna put her actual car in the game. Okay, maybe they'll do it later. I'm not gonna I won't level her up now, but I just want to basically ramble about some stuff. So, okay, when they're racing, one unique skill, Steamboat Mickey. So. Okay, so first I want to start with IronHeart. So, well, I enjoyed the series. I got more out of it than I thought I would. I went into the show just expecting just to have a good time, and it gave me more than that. Like, I like the characters. I like Riri as a at times egotistical, headstrong character. She does give a lot of Tony Stark vibes, and to me it's a great expansion on her character from Wakanda Forever. Parker Robbins, the Hood, amazing. I liked him. 1 second. Sorry, I had some mic issues. So, I like Parker Robbins as the Hood, and Anthony Ramos, the actor, did very well. I like the parallel story Riri and Parker had. Oh, Ezekiel Stade. I do like how much of a almost 180 character turn he made, and having it be Riri's fault. I like that because it's much like Aldrich Killian, if I'm saying his name right, from Iron Man 3, how Iron Man created him as an enemy because he ignored him and stabbed him in the back. So, or at least ignored him and treated him like a joke. So, for Riri to mess up in the early half of the show, so many times, and that everything blows up in her face is because of her actions is great to me. What else? Okay, her suit that she made at MIT, it looks nice. It was a nice white and gray design. I think the main one we get throughout the show has, okay, the first one is more sleek. This one is more clunky, but it also has a lot of personality. And I'm certain Natalie is a big reason as to why that suit had so much personality. Drift boost with Aladdin. All right. So we got Mephisto. Man, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we got Mephisto in this piece, bruh. Listen. When I found out that the Hood was going to be in this, and he had heavy ties to like dark entities, I immediately thought that Mephisto would likely be in this show. It turns out that in the comics, Dormammu is the one who controls the cape, or the hood, but they changed it in here to have it be Mephisto, and that's a welcome change to me because I haven't seen Agatha all along, and that's just because I'm not into like deep occult, dark magic, all that stuff. But the fact that that show apparently introduced or debuted death to the MCU, I'm like, if they're willing to debut death in a MCU show, then Mephisto was on the cards for Ironheart, and I am ecstatic that I was right on that guess. Hold on one second. Just need to switch controllers. Okay, so what else? Oh my goodness, Riri taking the deal from Mephisto. That hurts, bro. That hurts, man. It makes sense for her character. She hasn't fully recovered from the loss of Natalie and her dad. And I honestly, I'm wondering if she also wished for her dad to come back, or if it's just Natalie. So, but in that moment, it makes sense, and it would add to Mephisto being this master manipulator and deceiver. Now, I try to stay off of certain corners of the internet, but I've seen the criticisms of people saying Riri Williams in this show was of her being arrogant, being headstrong, selfish, stuff like that. It's like it perplexed me because like we have multiple characters like her in the MCU before she ever came in, before her debut. Like Iron Man at certain points was selfish and self-centered, egotistical. Doctor Strange, egotistical, narcissistic. Many of the villains have that trait. Like, so to me, having Riri have this character trait wasn't a problem to me. Oh my goodness. That's enough. So, like, giving her a valid or a full-on character flaw that keeps blowing up in her face, that gets her into trouble, will like add it to her character for me. And then, like, okay, early on, people were calling her a Mary Sue, ooh, that she gets everything so easily. And I was like, from the first episode, I'm like, she got kicked out of MIT for selling her like completed projects to students, which we saw in her debut in Wakanda Forever. So something that she even was doing from her debut got her in trouble. I'm like, straight up. I'm like that ain't a problem. Like I'm cool with that because, like it or not, and I know a lot of people, whoever may be watching this, at least one person, like I currently have like 325 subscribers right now. Thank you all so much for the support. At least one person, I have to believe at least one person has cheated, whether it be in middle school, elementary school, for whatever reason, high school, college, at some point you've cheated. Somebody's cheated and or hustled in school. And I'm like, don't act like this is something nobody does, even if you shouldn't.
You want to make a trade? Your soul for a win. Anyone?
So,
Yeah, baby.
what else? Okay. Everybody got mad at when Riri said Tony Stark wouldn't be Tony Stark wouldn't have been who he was, or Iron Man, without his money and resources, without being a billionaire. And I personally agree with that, because I get where the defenses for him come up. I get it that he is a genius. He's a genius regardless. However, it's like he would not have been Iron Man, made the legacy of Iron Man, made the legacy of Tony Stark without being the CEO of Stark Industries, having made all those deals early on with the military to make weapons. Heck, he wouldn't be Iron Man if he didn't do that, because he could have graduated early, like graduated high school at a young age, graduated MIT at a young age, but something that wouldn't have happened is making big moves in weapons technology, making the weapons for the government, making deals with government agents and corporations, making the Monica missile, or oh my goodness, I forget what missile it is. It's at the very beginning of the film that the Ten Rings organization kidnapped him to make that missile for them. And in that moment, he realized the reason he shut down his weapons division was because he realized that the terrorists were using his weapons against him. Like his own weapons were being used by bad people, or at least really bad people. So, like, the argument that, like, I do believe that Tony Stark could have made a iron suit. He could have made amazing things. It's absolutely. But to say that he didn't garner the legacy, the reputation that he has without being a billionaire playboy philanthropist, is ridiculous. As he says in the Avengers, like Cap says, you have this iron suit. Take that off. What are you? Billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. I'm like, is he? And he's not wrong. He's dead on with that. Heck, like at the start of Civil War, he gave how much grant money to every student in that auditorium? Like, because he had the money to do it. He had the money to give all those kids the money to fund their projects. It's no matter what caliber or size they were.
I'll do my best. My best is
Mickey,
super fast.
let's go back up.
This will be swell.
No! Oh man, no. Okay, I'm likely gonna lose this one, but I'm gonna try. Now, Riri's final suit. I like the body of it. It's just the face. The faceplate to me, it is so. Because the faceplate is so like square to me, it's not a hallmark for me. Like the rest of the suit looks great. To me, it's just the square looking faceplate. That because I think I like the previous two iron suits in the show. Their faceplates more than the one in the final suit. Now I do like that the Barracuda, like her stepdad's Barracuda, was used to build it, and I was hurt when Riri said she sold it, like she sold the Barracuda for her suit. I'm like, okay, that was her putting money, like even sacrificing her connection to her stepdad to fulfill her dream to make people safer. And I think that was another hint or foreshadowing that Riri was willing to sacrifice so much for this dream to her own detriment. Now, during the course of my day today, Saturday, I also was thinking about the complaints about nanotech, and I think I want to make a tier list video at some point looking at heroes who I think could, should, couldn't, or shouldn't use nanotech, because I personally don't have a problem with it. I don't, personally, because for certain characters like Iron Man, Black Panther, it makes sense for them to get nanotech at some point, and if you don't, you're doing a disservice to their character, for me. So Riri getting nanotech, I think I would give her nanotech when she's become a fully fledged official hero. Like say when she joins Young Avengers or Champions, something like that. When she's a full devout hero, that's when she gets like a nanotech suit. Because to me, nanotech makes sense because I view this in the mindset of somebody, let's say somebody who's claustrophobic, or how Riri was in the suit whenever she was having a panic attack, and heavy breathing was the precursor to it. When you're in a suit, if you're in a full body suit, it does look amazing. It looks great. Absolutely. The only thing is, like, if you're stuck under rubble, stuck underwater, stuff like that, like Iron Man in Iron Man 3 when he was originally buried in there. It was the main thing saving his life in that instance. But say you're buried under rubble and you're already in a claustrophobic situation, but because if the suit is off or it's so clunky that it keeps you stuck, if you could take it off and get free, that's one reason why I see a value in nanotech, because if I can be able to turn my suit off when I need to, especially in an emergency, or turn it on in case of emergency, that's the epitome of superhero preparedness. Or I'll give another example. Now, Spider-Man. So, as many know, Peter Parker is supposed to be a genius. He's supposed to be smart enough to make his own webs, all that. Make his own web shooters. So, with that in mind, to me, at the start of his career, no, he doesn't need nanotech unless he's in a Iron Man apprentice position like he was in the MCU, or if he's with early on in his career, or at any point he joins the Fantastic Four or Future Foundation. But to me, by year 5 onwards, if he doesn't have a nanotech web shooters, there's emphasis on the web shooters. He doesn't need a nanotech suit. To me, he just needs nanotech web shooters, because it will make him more efficient as a hero. Say whenever a bank robbery happens, and he's just being Peter Parker in that moment, instead of needing to sneak away into a bathroom to simply put on web shooters, he could have them already on his person, or be able to generate them on his wrists immediately. Oops. Okay, I don't have Frozone yet. Finish racing multiplayer. Dang it, man. I gotta do so much to do it. Alright, what else have we got? The one problem, I don't think my Sergeant Calhoun is that high. Okay, 18. I need a 20. Ugh. I need to level her up, that's right. Crud.
Stick with me, you'll be fine. Let's go
Okay,
racing.
so... Oh. And I think another part of why... Okay, like, I can agree that there are nanotech looks that can look cheap or less impressive than practical, but that argument to me also can apply to practical suits and practical puppets, where those can look ugly as well. So to me, I want to see grace on both sides, because like nanotech CGI can look great and bad, and also practical can look great and bad. And I think so. One big reason, I'm pretty sure, because I'm more of a sci-fi lover, I'm more of a sci-fi fan, and I prefer the more sleek, polished looks instead of steampunk. Instead of the steampunk aesthetic, where an upside to that obviously is you get to see how a suit or a weapon or whatever, how a machine works. Whereas with sci-fi, you just see the exterior. So I can understand. I get the appeal. I get the appeal of steampunk. I'm just not that much of a fan. Because it also reminds me of, because steampunk in a way, in a roundabout way, reminds me of pixelated art and animation, and big example being Minecraft. And just me, I'm not a, it's like, this is just me, I'm not a pixelated or pixel art fan either, or because I don't know why, like the look, pixelated art can look amazing. I have seen pixelated art that looks real good, but I guess I prefer more or sleek and refined art pieces and styles. So
Got any critters that need wrangling?
Just watch the hat, okay? Let's ride!
So because to me, I've never been interested in Minecraft solely for the art, like mainly for the art style. Like the art style of the pixels and square art doesn't appeal to me. And steampunk, for whatever, the steampunk style for some reason reminds me of that. Alright, so I'll save that. And okay, let me just say I'll say another hot take. I haven't seen the Minecraft movie. I have heard that for many it's stupid but funny and silly. So to me, it sounds like a majority of video game adaptations and stuff of like Jumanji and like modern Jumanji movies, and Super Mario Bros. Movie, Sonic, at least Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, I'm willing to say. And Sonic 3 to an extent. It has a bit more depth and heart, but it's still a comedy, kind of at the end of the day. But because I personally feel that Minecraft is overrated, I was like, I don't need to see that movie. But I'm happy for all the Minecraft fans who apparently enjoyed the movie. And at least, even if you didn't enjoy it, sorry to hear that. But I'm happy that your hobby is more recognized, even more so in consensus. Okay, I did beat my time.
I race like I fall, with style. Just watch the hat, okay? There's no time to lose.
This ain't my first rodeo.
Let's see. All right. Next topic. Next topic.
There yet?
Okay, Jurassic World Rebirth. Really enjoyed the movie. If you've seen my short, you already know about it. If like, I do say don't take my word as gold or like as gospel, or because I don't want to hype you up for an experience and then I let you down. But like, that's why I often say what, like, I always lead in or end something off with "to me" or "I think." So to me, if you like The Lost World, Jurassic Park, or Jurassic Park 3, you may like Jurassic World Rebirth. That's my opinion. So I'm hoping this movie does well because as I like this concept. So going into it, I don't think I even knew the family that's in there was going to be in this movie. I think all I knew was that Scarlett Johansson and I think Mahershala Ali would be in this. I think that's all I knew. And I'm like, it's a Jurassic movie. Of course I'm gonna see it. So, dang it, that lost me some time. Crud. Come on. Dang it. So the dinosaur designs, I didn't speak about this in the short, but the dinosaurs looked cool. Like, I like how this movie went more out there with dinosaur designs. It didn't just give us the regular ones that we're used to, even though those would have been fine. But the fact that they went deeper into the DNA splicing and more into like experimentation with dinosaur designs, like where these almost velociraptors are mixed with almost turkeys in a way, where they have these wings and they have their throats like extend forward, either like a frog or a turkey. Those creatures were scary when they were on the chase. Let's see. What else? Oh my goodness. First the Titanosaurus, I think it's called. That scene is where you get the iconic like "Welcome to Jurassic Park" music, and I think, at least to me, the music could have started sooner. Like when the two mates come into frame, they could have started there, so that the build-up, the classic build-up wouldn't be, to me, out of place from where it actually lands. But I really like that scene because it showed two Titanosauruses like showing affection to each other, both with their heads and with their tails, like tapping on each other, and you could tell like these two are like mates, and like, oh, that was so cute and sweet. Let's see. Okay, I said I wanted to Sergeant Calhoun, so 3 skills: manual boost, drift. All right.
Looks like you and I are humanity's last.
All right. So, okay, the Spinosaurs. Spinosaurs are back in this film. They are more real world accurate as opposed to Jurassic Park 3, where apparently that Spinosaurus was slightly altered to begin with. So these Spinosaurs go between land and sea, and like they served as this like warning or precursor. Like if you saw the fins encircling in the water, it means like the Mosasaurus is coming, because they have a symbiotic hunting relationship, and the intensity like raised up. But even a Spinosaurus got a kill on there, because the one lady in the crew got killed by a Spinosaurus, and I'm like, oh man, it was a bit of a shame to see her die. It was a shame to see her die. And I like how in this movie, like when somebody gets killed, more often than not, Duncan, the character played by Mahershala Ali, he's the one who reacts like the most like horrified and sad, and I like that, because it made the deaths in the can't talk, the kills in this movie hurt. It made it hurt, as opposed to, okay, in Jurassic World it was a bunch of customers or guests, so you didn't have much feeling for that, which makes sense. You have more nameless people you can just murk. But since we were dealing with a smaller cast of characters, like each death at least they each meant something to me. Each death in the movie, there was even a little bit, there was weight to it. Axel Coatis, like the giant pterosaur. I'm sorry, I can't say that name, so I can't say that name barely. Like the Axel Coatis, whatever. That was a scary sequence. And I'm hurt that the guy, I forget his name too, but the guy, like, he's trying to be pulled up a cliff because he's tied to a harness, and he's just begging for Duncan and the rich guy, the rich douchebag, to pull him up in time to save him. And just as they get to the top, he's in the pterosaur's mouth getting eaten. I'm like, oh my gosh, that was all a little gruesome and sad to see. Oh my goodness. What else? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm getting chills right now thinking about it. The D-Rex. The D-Rex. Oh my goodness. Okay. This abomination of experimentation. Oh my gosh. This abomination was scary to look at. This abomination was terrifying to look at. Awesome. Fully maxed out. And to me, the design was very out there, and I like how out there the design was. It looked like, I think if you've seen The Mist, you've seen a creature almost like this. It was bigger. Like in The Mist, it's a bigger creature and you can't even see the top of it. But for the D-Rex, it has these, think of it almost as a Rancor from Star Wars. A Rancor with big arms, but instead of like walking on two legs, it can walk on all fours. Or can stand up on two legs, but it also has these two small T-Rex like appendages in betweens. in between. So like if it needed to claw prey while holding it in place, it could do that. So it pretty much looks like a if you mixed a rancor with almost, I wouldn't say a xenomorph. But that's almost what I'd almost say, because the head almost looks like a xenomorph head. So it's a crazy design, but I like it, and I like that it wasn't killed off. So we could possibly see it again in the future. And then in that short, the one character I was talking about in my short that I liked was the boyfriend Xavier, because trust me, at the start of the movie, I'm like, at first I was like, if that was my daughter, if I was the dad, I'm like, this is the boy you like. This is the boy you date. Really? because the start of the film shows him as almost lazy and just laid back. But once the movie, and you honestly do think he's gonna be the first one to die.
It's like you and I are humanity's black. Now I pity anyone who gets in my...
I've run 52 scenarios to prepare for this moment. Oh my gosh,
Okay.
I'm such a huge fan. You can say it. I'm adorable.
So I thought, like, when the mosasaur attacks the boat, I thought that Xavier was gonna die right then and there, and I'm honestly now happy he didn't, because we would have missed out on a great character in the long run, because he's the kind of character who's like, he's the kind of guy where when things go bad, when crap hits the fan, he's going to jump in and do something. Like when his girlfriend fell into the water, despite there being spinosaurs in the water, he instinctively grabbed a life preserver and jumped in the water just to save her. And I respect that. And, like, he's crazy, and I respect that. And the comedic relief that he gave me and my theater, he got the most laughs out of us, because I've never, okay, in hindsight it makes complete sense, but there's a scene where he needs to use the bathroom. They're in the middle of the jungle. As he's relieving himself, he's being stalked by two velociraptors, like two velociraptor variants. Like, we don't get a pristine look at them, but you can tell what they are. They're sneaking up on him, and just as you're certain he's about to die, and one of the, like, turkey-ish velociraptor creatures gets the velociraptor first. The whole time, and like, Xavier can hear this. He's hearing the attack behind him, and he stands there frozen in fear. Then as this turkey vulture or turkey raptor flies away, he turns around and sees it leave, and immediately after that, he continues relieving himself in a "I just peed my pants" moment. And it got us all laughing, because like, probably the way I describe it may not sound funny, but watching it is hilarious, because going from like somebody watching them relieve themselves to being frozen in fear and then peeing themselves from that fear just came across as hilarious. And then throughout the rest of the film, like he always has this crazy thing to say. He always has this crazy stuff to say. Hey, he says like he's the kind of character is like he says the most stupid stuff in the moment, but it gets a laugh out of you. But he does pull through, like throughout the movie he pulls through. And I'm happy he didn't die. Oh, we of course get a T-Rex. We do get a T-Rex in this, and as you likely saw in the trailers, this T-Rex swims. He's able to swim, and the sequence that likely you've seen if you've seen some of the trailers where they're trying to get away from this T-Rex in a raft, in an inflatable raft. That was one of the most scariest moments in the film because you were just terrified because it starts off with this T-Rex asleep. It's asleep, and the daughter, the older daughter, is trying to get a raft so that they can follow downstream towards an abandoned station. But to get there, they lead into it with there's this horrible smell in the air, and as you get closer, as she crosses a lake to the station where the raft is, you see this eaten this corpse of a carcass of a Parasaurolophus. And so you're terrified as to what killed it and is it nearby. In that moment, a Dilophosaurus comes out of the bushes, and you are certain it's about to attack her. Like it gets ready to spray out its venom at her, but it stops. And then runs away in fear. That moment made us all scared in the theater because something worse was there. You see behind her a T-Rex roll from behind a set of foliage, roll over as it's sleeping. And every single noise that's made just raised my anxiety in this movie. So there was originally a boat in there, but the boat was pretty much too damaged to get out, but there was an inflatable raft. This girl wouldn't turn around to look at her family, trying to tell her to stop what she was doing, because this girl was dragging this thing on the dock, trying to be as quiet as possible, but then has the genius idea to inflate this freaking raft in front of the T-Rex while it's asleep. This dumb girl had, oh my goodness. Anyway, she inflates the raft, and the way it's shot is perfectly shot so that
You know I'm a professional racer, right?
Oh, sure. I mean, I'm here for
okay, so it's perfectly timed where the T-Rex disappears when the raft falls down. You've likely seen this in certain trailers. As she moves the raft more towards the water, the T-Rex woke up and is just going a short ways downstream to get a drink. And then the family does everything in their power to row the raft away from the T-Rex before it can see them. And of course it doesn't work. It don't work. And this tense chase scene goes from simply like from being in the raft trying to get away from the T-Rex goes to swimming down a water ravine and all not waterfalls but like water rapids to get away from this thing. And in the movie there's this little girl, Isabella, or they often call her Bella. Oh my goodness, I was scared for her life. And it was like, okay, almost, okay, spoiler alert, she doesn't get hurt like Tim and Lex, and I'm pretty sure we're rarely ever gonna get like movie characters in Jurassic Park movies, at least the kids getting hurt like Tim and Lex did. But I also wouldn't say per se it was like in Jurassic World with the two brothers, because this girl, okay, she got her cool moment like the brothers did. They got their cool moment. She gets one too. At the third act of the film, but the girl Isabella like was underneath the raft. Like the raft tips over and she's underneath it. She can't see what's going on, but the T-Rex is going towards her. And in a mimicry of the Jurassic Park van glass moment in Jurassic Park, this T-Rex's teeth were so close to popping through that raft and biting her head off. I was terrified that, like, again, it was a moment where it's like, you would think they're not going to kill off the kid, but the way that the movie played it, you almost thought she died in that moment. You thought she died in this moment. Okay. To opponents. Ah, great. God, dashing to opponents. Oh my goodness. Okay.
How can I help?
Where's a brawler?
We could make millions of people.
I don't need a medal to tell me I'm a good guy. I'm very good at what I do.
Okay.
No problemo.
So, further on in the film, the rich douchebag who hires Scarlett Johansson's character Zora and the team to get these dinosaur samples. Well, she to get dinosaur samples by the 3 big dinosaurs that I mentioned earlier. Mainly because, like, something clever that they did was that because of current climate on Earth, dinosaurs could not survive elsewhere in the world pretty much, but around the equator. So any land masses around the equator is where the dinosaurs tend to live. But also at that time, humans have developed severe, like, heart disease issues, like the natural state of humans where it's likely for them to have shorter lifespans than we do now. So this mission was for a rich company to retrieve DNA from the largest dinosaurs currently alive and use their DNA to develop medicine so that humans can live longer by at least 20 years. Like, it's the most information, it's touched on throughout the film, but you get the information you need at the start of the film. You get the information you need at the start. Ah, man, I made a big mistake right there. And I know I didn't complete everything. So the rich douchebag has like he has a lot of the like he has the personality traits where it's like you don't like this guy, and especially by the second act, you want this dude gone. You want this dude to die. And thankfully, he does. His choices and actions do result in a death. Much like the many other villains in the Jurassic franchise. So I can do one more race before. Let me see if I can do it again.
Very seriously.
8 times, goodness.
Well, I've watched.
Ooh, pick me!
Looks like I'm up.
I'm always happy to go on an adventure.
That's better.
Time to go.
So, okay, I can see that some people, like, if you've seen the movie, probably have the critique that Duncan at the end of the movie does a heroic sacrifice to lure the D-Rex away so that the rest of their team and the family can escape. So when this happened, this is a moment where I was screaming at the top of my lungs for Duncan to not do this, because it's heroic of him to do, but I also did not want him to die under any reasons. I did not want him to die under any circumstances. I just came to love his character because of how much he cared about Isabella, because through the movie we find out like he had a wife, but I guess they divorced because they lost their son, and they couldn't bear being around each other without seeing their child's face. So Duncan doing this heroic sacrifice to help the team escape was so nice. And it is absolutely heroic of him. It just hurt me so much to conceive the idea of him dying. So they do backtrack this where it's like the way it's shot, you do fully believe that he died, but they do pull it back and he's okay. And they do it not like a Billy from Jurassic Park 3 scenario. Like they set it up almost like that, like in a more heroic way, but in a more heroic way than Billy did. But I would say Duncan wasn't hurt at all, where Billy absolutely was. Like he was maimed by those pterosaurs. Like he was absolutely maimed by those things. So him surviving it with no scars, I know some may not like that, but to me, I was dang near tears knowing that he survived. I'm like, knowing he was okay. So that's just me. But if you view that as a negative, I can understand that. But if the future of the Jurassic franchise, darn it, didn't complete it. If the future of the Jurassic franchise is stuff like this, where we're seeing just normal people living in a world with dinosaurs, I'm open to that. I'm completely open to that and look forward to it. Anyway, I'm nearing the final minute of this video. So thank you all so much for watching this. Let me know, what did you think of IronHeart if you saw it? What did you think of Jurassic World Rebirth if you've seen it? What did you think of the Minecraft movie? Let me know all your thoughts. What do you think about steampunk designs, pixel art, or any other, like pretty much anything? Let me know. Let me know down in the comments down below. So make sure you comment, like, subscribe, share this video, react to my madness. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next video. And before I go, I want to see if there's absolutely anything else I'd want to say. Next week is Superman, and I can't tell you how excited I am for it, bruh. I'm looking to get me a shirt. I'm looking to, man, I'm looking to go out, because while Superman may not be my absolute favorite DC hero, I think his reputation has gone down over the years, and it needs to go up along with DC's reputation. Let the DCEU start, and I hope it starts with a bang. I'll see y'all in the next video. See y'all later.